Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. This is our first show of 2026. Me and the King of Chaos, Danny. Hello, Danny. Happy New Year.
Showtime, Joe time. Good morning, everybody.
Aren't you going to wish me a Happy New Year?
Now, they ain't happy. No, it started off very bad.
Oh, really? What do you mean?
Oh, lucky I'm able to come on today because my freaking computer, I couldn't get it to load up. You know, this new shit they put in there, is a lot of bullshit. Fiber optics is the best. It's a lot of baloney. I have nothing but problems. I talked to my sister on the phone halfway through the conversation. It got disconnected and shit like that. I call her back. I can hear it faint in the background. Hello, hello, and they're all static and shit like that. Fucking aggravating. I'm pissed off today. So, But Joe, Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you, Dan. It's nice of you to say that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, 2026, huh? Wow.
Oh, yeah. I don't feel any different. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
I do.
The number changed, but I don't feel any different. Same shit, problems, same wife.
Well, yeah, that too. But the thing is, not a lot of people believe in New Year's resolutions. They don't believe in a new start. I do. I've always felt it's a new year. Here's the way I've looked at life, Danny. Let me explain to you. Each one of us has our own book. Some people's books are thin. Unfortunately, they don't live long. Some people have a thick book. But anyway, every chapter that you turn a page, every one of them is a new year. So if you live to be 80, you have 80 chapters. If you're 60, you have 60 chapters. Each one's different. Yeah. And hopefully you can make it different or better.
Yeah, I may have 5 left.
Well, yeah, I really hope that it continues because this is a good show.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, by the way, it's the Danny and Joe show.
Yeah, right. In your wettest and wildest dreams. Look at this. We got Ramoga. Let's start properly.
No.
Right from the beginning. We're going to bring in a new year. The first clip here on the show, the new year. Everybody celebrate, dance, jump for joy. It is 2026. Woo! Come on, Danny, go. Woo! Come on. Woo! Woo!
That's for you, Ramoga. Good morning. That's for you. Cherry Carter's here. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. I think it's nighttime in what's she, Australia?
Why don't you wait till I put the comments up like this?
Yes,
for example. I have many New Year's resolutions. You know what one of them is? Not get as pissed at you as easy.
I got one too. When I'm talking, you don't cut me off. You talk over me because you have a bad habit like Robin. She does the same shit.
Hello, Mark. Did I say hello, Mike? Hello, Mike Jasper. Hello, Mark.
Hello, everybody.
Listen, you don't have to say in that, Danny. I'll continue to talk over you as needed. So
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Hello, Cherry Carter. I know you love it. I know you love Godzilla. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Yes, exactly. Young man. That's me.
Young men. Where? I don't see any.
Look at this. Over where in Australia, it's midnight, the 3rd of January.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Now we know. Midnight.
Peter Boothroyd. Woohoo!
Morning, Peter. Thanks for those clips you sent me. I always have a good.
I'm going to make a video on this channel about AI destroying our lives. It's going to be done on this channel soon, very soon. Hello, Robert P. Happy New Year to you.
Good morning, Robert P. Happy New Year to you and your family.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Robin.
Yeah. So
Beetle Eddie. It's Eddie. Good morning. Happy New Year.
So I went to bed at 11 o'clock. I never watched the ball come down. You know what I mean?
Oh, I did.
Yeah, I didn't watch all those people freezing their asses off and everybody wearing diapers.
It looked like they were having fun. I was surprised.
Yeah.
The phone
My
never
age,
works except when we're on live.
my age at 10 after, 5 after 8 in the morning.
Hey, you know what I watched? I mean, she was great too. Diana Ross was on right before midnight, and she was singing "I'm Coming Out." She was singing "Upside Down." She looked great, man. She looked great, and she sounded pretty good. I don't know. I think some of it was pre-recorded, but I could be wrong. But not all of it. But whatever it was, she looked great. She was moving around. She's 81 years old.
You know, 81 today is nothing compared to 50 years ago or 100 years ago. 100 years ago, they're lucky if they lived to 50.
It would be cool if you made the video as a cartoon. Send me the script. It's only the beginning of the end of this planet. You people wait and see what happens in 2026 and beyond. We are losing everything. Yeah, you know what? I'm glad I'm going to be. When I'm 64. I'm going to be 64 in 2026, Danny.
But Peter, I got one thing. I got really upset. You made a clip with Jeff Kendall, okay, and the cats. Okay, at the end of the video, he has a sack of cats in the house, and he's throwing them. That's abuse. You know, I was really disappointed that you put something like that in there. You know, Jeff Kendall's not like that. It makes you think that he's an animal abuser with a bag of cats thrown in the house, up against the TV or something. You know, not good.
And Jick Bagger says AI is awful, and using it even as a cartoon, joking, is ruining art. And in the future, I feel lives will be ruined because of manipulation. And not only that, the biggest thing for me is you can't trust your own eyes anymore. If you're on Facebook, you're scrolling, I mean, every video on 9 out of 10 videos is fake. So you don't know what's real. If you see a video of, I don't know, a dog and a cat playing, or doing something funny together, it might be real, it might be fake.
Yeah. And see, now, I even have a clip. It goes like this. We're so sorry, Uncle Albert. See?
This guy likes all the attention. I'm a little delayed here. All right, for the sake of the new year, let's get Daddy. Ready, Daddy?
We're so sorry, Uncle Albert. We're so sorry if we caused you any pain.
I love the way you say pain in that.
Well, I did once so perfect though. The whole song, and Peter never made a clip out of it. But you can't though, because they'll nail you for the music.
All right, let's talk about this. I'm joining the Joe Club. My bridge broke and cracked my tooth in half. Now need both extracted. New post and bridge, $5K plus. Jesus. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I got to tell you, you know, over down here, I had 2 extractions done in the back. I'm getting used to that. On this side, on the top, I've had a molar cracked in the back for about 4 years. And it's gotten to the point where it's killed, you know, it's all right now, but it'll act up again later today. I got to go to the dentist. And I got to see, you know, I'm hoping I can get a root canal. He told me a root canal in the crown 3-4 years ago. Now, whether that still applies, I don't know.
And
if it's going to be 5K or something, you can forget about that. You know, I'll do 2K or under, but that's it.
And you know what? The crown is never guaranteed how long it's going to last you. You know,
I have. Go ahead.
There you go again, talking over me. I have one.
Hey, Grouchy. This is part of the routine. You can't help it. Go ahead.
Not a routine. I had a crown put in. It lasted 1 year, and then they had to pull the tooth. 1 year, but it didn't cost $2,000. I was under New York State Health, Obamacare. It didn't cost me anything.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, no wonder it didn't last. But anyway, let me tell you what the story.
Do with it.
Anyway, let me tell you the story. Of me, I'm going to be 64. I had a crown put in here when I was 21, and it's still there. All right. So you're talking about, I can't do the math now. What is that? 43 years. Okay. That's one crown. I had another crown that I just got extracted. But I said 2 molars. One of them was a molar back there. I had that one put in 1992, and it was fine. It didn't give me any problems. It was there for 33 years or so. But then somehow there was an infection under it. I don't know how that happens, but there was an infection under it. So the guy ripped it out. All right. So that's my situation. Anyway, the thing is, I got to get this done. I'm hoping I don't have to get another. Where is it? This side. I'm getting mixed up here. I'm hoping I don't have to get this one extracted. But if it's 2,000 or under, I'm hoping it's going to be under $2,000 a little bit. Then I'll pay on a little bit at a time. If the guy, this is a dentist. I call him my old dentist. He's a dentist I was seeing for a while. He's done some things. We're not going to talk about that. My dad's favorite singer, Diana Ross. Yeah. My girlfriend is so picky. She don't like Diana Ross. I said, what do you mean? She's great. It says, oh, she sings very nasal voice. I'm like, my girlfriend's like a singer, and she's very picky. By the way, speaking of singing, I saw a great movie, which I'm going to talk about on my movie show on Monday. And that is Song Sung Blue. It's not about Neil Diamond. It's about a husband and wife team that were, you'll like this, impersonators. Neil Diamond impersonator.
There you go.
True life story about them on the road and about them falling in love and what they encounter, and tragedies too. Tragedies, love, happiness, tragedies, success, the whole thing. And it was a very good movie. Song Sung Blue. It's not about Neil Diamond's. It's not a Neil Diamond bio. Hugh Jackman was fantastic, and so was Kate Hudson. Great performances.
Yeah. I watched. I learned this from my niece. I went over New Year's Eve, and we watched. It's called Daryl's House. Daryl Hall, from Hall and Oates.
Yeah.
He lives very close to me. And my niece is going to get tickets to go there because he has different people come in. He had Tommy Shaw from Styx, Joe Walsh. He has different musicians come in, and they all do their songs. Like Tommy Shaw did a song from The Grand Illusion by Styx, which is a great album. So the tickets are $100, and you can go to Daryl's house. It's there's placement seats for people, and they have it like a studio, like old-fashioned studio, with all the equipment there, and you're able to attend Daryl's house. So hopefully for New Year's, me and Robin, we want to go, but we want to see who's going to be playing there, other than Daryl Hall.
By the way, now I have even more of an appreciation for, tribute artists. You have to see that. But, yeah, it's a cartoon. I don't have a problem with cartoons because everybody knows a cartoon. But they're not all going to be cartoons. They're going to be, you see the ones that are, and they're getting better and better and better at seamlessly making it look real. Like, you've seen them, you do them. When the Queen comes into Tim Allen's house and takes his poster, when the Queen comes into the house and steals Tim Allen's chair, it's all fun and games and light stuff, but you can do a lot of things with that. And, I'm not out here to give anybody any ideas, and already just by me blabbing the last 30 seconds about it. Hello, Robbie. Excuse me. Happy New Year. Thanks for being here. What are you checking? Your brain? What is going on? I can't see it. I don't see nothing.
The alarm, you're not going to, because the alarm just went off. High glucose alarm. So my sugar's high right now. See?
Here we are on a brand new year. I'm cutting down the sugar. This guy's going up with the sugar. Nothing's changed. He doesn't believe in New Year's resolutions. What is it? 202. What a way to start out the new year. 202.
Remember, when I get up in the morning, the first thing I have to have breakfast. That's the first thing. And there's only 2 slices of toast, with my coffee. But it'll come down because I took my insulin. So I'm not worried about 202,
Well, exactly. How do we know that this video is? How do you know that we're not AI right here? It's getting to that point. People can laugh right now. You're not going to be laughing in a couple of years, okay? you're not going to know what's real and what isn't anymore. I've seen Beatle clips. I don't know. I see Beatle photos. They're photographs. There's one photo from like 1964, black and white photo of the Beatles in 64, and they're helping an old lady walking across the street. That thing looks freaking real, man. And I'm like, is that real? I don't think that's real, but you never could be. They're always finding new photos, never before seen photos of the Beatles from the 60s. So I look at it, and in the comments, oh, this is fake. This is AI. I'm like, I don't want to not be able to trust my own eyes anymore. It's a problem.
Well, Jorgen, that's right. He's on Fox a lot, right?
Yeah.
They played a clip. There's the door opens, a big girl comes in and goes over to his equipment, which is equipment, and tears everything down. I mean, this is Jorgen's room, and this girl is tearing all the equipment down. How that's done is unbelievable. It is fascinating.
It was fascinating, but I don't. That's the problem, is that people like yourself and everybody, they think it's fun, it's fascinating, it's cool, this is great. That's the death of humanity. Eventually, humans will destroy themselves, and that's exactly where we're headed with this. And the thing that gets me is, now you see something like that, a gorilla comes into Jorgen's room and destroys the room. It's a joke, but. So I don't want to get anybody ideas out there, okay? But suppose it's just Jorgen sitting there and he just says something, maybe a slur or something that they just put in very discreetly, and it looks real. He's really saying this,
right,
slur or something. I mean, okay, if you want to do something stupid like have a freaking orangutan in here bouncing from the walls and bounce it off your head, obviously that's fake. Well,
yeah.
Good morning to Christian.
Good morning.
Let me catch up a little bit here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know who Jick Magger really is, but there you go. Peter, it steals from. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's crap. Peter. I thought he said Peter steals it. No, he's not saying that. He's saying it steals. AI steals from real art, uses data from real people. Use it all you want, but be wary. You're going to regret it. You're going to regret it.
Joe, you're going to learn how to read. Joe, you're going to read 2026?
Am I going to what? What? Oh, Denny's freezing now.
You're going to learn how to read?
Yeah. I saw Karen Carpenter drumming with Lennon on guitar, and vocals seem legit. There you go. And there are going to be people, like, I know that never happened, but there's going to be people that maybe newcomers say, oh, look at this. It's so good. Oh, that was so great when John Lennon jammed with Karen Carpenter. That was so nice. Never happened. Well, how are you talking about it? I believe it happened. Well, it didn't happen. That's the first thing. It's fake. Then you're going to see, like, I'm just making something up here. You see John Lennon jamming with Chuck Berry one day, and people are going to say, I don't think that's real. I think that's probably another AI. No, that one's real. That happened. You're not going to know what's real and what's not real anymore, unless you have a prior history, knowledge. I resaw the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, the original. Didn't see it in a long time. It's good. Robert Shaw was great. Absolutely.
Yeah, great movie. Do you hear me okay, Joe?
Unfortunately, sure.
Yeah, because I can't tell. My end, everything looks good, but you say it froze.
Yeah, there you go. My daughter, army dentist, cannot work on me, so I have to pay. There you go. Hey, go to a dental school.
Robert, you're a civilian. Yeah, we don't count.
Now, when you say the bridge broke, what are you talking? See, that's another thing. I may eventually get a bridge or something back there, but I don't want to deal with the thing breaking and shit like that. James Farley, Happy New Year.
Yeah, good morning, James. Happy New Year. Joe, you're going to need the Golden Gate Bridge in your mouth.
Sure. Surely Joe would not qualify for free healthcare. He has so much money in the mattress. I got no money, man. I got no money. I got a retirement, but it's a retirement fund, but it's very small.
Wait a minute. Alan Cook was here. You still buying gold? I can't
We
believe.
wait till I get to Alan Cook. He's way down.
Oh yeah.
Do it the right way, Danny.
I don't know. I'm lost.
You gotta learn the rule. How long does it take? How long have you been here, Danny? Why do you do these things? It's just you know the rules.
No, I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Now, I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Yeah, sure.
That's right.
Oh, I don't know where you are, but I see Penny Lane. Good morning, Penny Lane. Happy New Year. I love you. I don't know what. You gotta put something up. You have to put a comment up, and then I can tell where I am.
Hey, okay, I told you it's a new year. New Year's one of the New Year's resolutions. Don't call them names, even though it's enticing. You know, because you and I are talking about things, and we're not. And when you talk, the comments don't move. So
no, we're gonna argue. We're gonna argue. There's no two ways.
I'm sure I will argue with you, but I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of me going completely bonkers. So let me go up now. All right. Let me see. Okay, they're talking. When you get personal discussions amongst yourselves in here, it's a real chore for me to go through. I have to weed them out, just so you know that. Say yes, Peter. This. Yes, Peter. That. Yes, Jick Magger. That. Yes, Jick Magger. That. It's like, okay, I'm getting better at identifying AI, and I just skip it. It makes me mad because it just wastes my time. Well, you're able to identify it now, but it's going to be so clean, you're not going to be able to. Look at this guy putting politics into it. Beetle Eddie trying to put politics into it. Hello, Alan. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's the Gold Man.
Good things about Song Blue. Yep. Look at this. And Jill says, I saw that movie Tuesday and it was great. I agree with you. See, that's the thing, though. I liked it so much. It's like in the old days, I'd say, I want to own that. When it comes out, I'm going to buy it. I'd see that again and again. And you start wondering, I don't know how much time I got left. Am I really going to watch Song Blue many times in the remainder of my life? I really don't know. Good morning, Penny Lane.
Good morning, Penny Lane again. I love you. Happy New Year.
See, 130 reading this morning on his blood sugar. That's not as bad as Danny's. It's not great, but it's okay.
Yeah, it'll start to drop. It'll take about 45 minutes, then it'll come down. You know what? If I was up and about walking around like that, I'd drop really quick. But I'm on the couch here, so I'm not burning a lot of.
What's the danger? Every time we talk about blood sugar, there must be something bad about it being high. Then why is it called dangerous? Why is it deadly? Why do you go blind or lose a foot or something? Why? There must be something bad about it.
High sugar affects the kidneys. It causes blockage in the kidneys.
But so when you say, "Oh, my blood sugar is high now," but it'll go down, isn't it enough that if it keeps getting high enough, isn't that enough? Even if it goes down, ultimately.
No, it's when a person goes around for years, months, not months, years, and his sugar's running 400, and he doesn't know it. You know, because you don't get no pains or anything like that. You might feel thirsty a lot, but some people have a high sugar and don't even know it. It's long term when it stays high for a long period of time. That's when it causes damage. You know. Right.
Okay, like I said, people keep talking about politics. I don't want to do that here, but you ask, how do you like your new mayor? All I could say to that is he's not my mayor because I don't live in the city. It's for New York City. I don't live in New York City.
I'm in New York State, so he has no effect on me.
So, hello, Eddie. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
That's my new favorite new member who participates.
Oh, Jerry Carter. I don't know, but I got the new Alice Cooper. I don't know if
all right, we'll get to that later. This guy's talking about Alice Cooper. Why don't you wait till I get to it, man?
What do you mean get to it? How you know when I get to it? I just added a flu, held up the Alice Cooper album.
You said Jerry Carter. I thought maybe you saw a comment. There are going to be laws to stop people doing bad things. I got news for you, Peter Boothroyd. There are already laws in place to stop people from doing bad things. Nobody gives a crap. But there has to be something regulated, some kind of serious regulation with AI. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a cat drinking milk from a bowl. If it's AI, it has to say AI generated in the it has to say just simple AI in big block letters on the side, and that has to be a law. If there's no law, then and with stiff serious penalties. Otherwise, we're going to have complete insanity and anarchy in our world. There you go, Planet of the Apes in the making. Yeah, it's the end of the world. We were destroying ourselves. I think this new year needs Danny singing some Barry Manilow. Go ahead, sing. It's just another New Year's Eve.
I can't live without you. I can't live without you. Robert P. is probably hiding under the desk right now with Barry Manilow. Shit.
Nobody's going to make AI videos that are as convincing as mine. I spend money to make them. No one else will do. They will. They will. Come on. I'm sorry, Peter. I can't agree. I think other people will do just the same or better. There you go. There you go. There's an agreement.
Peter made a video for me. It's on my Facebook. It's done by a Malaysian woman on a keyboard. Real. It's not AI. Peter told me he paid her to make a video. It's called The King of Chaos. It's so, but it's still fascinating that you can have songs made overseas for very little money.
Peter says nobody else is going to put the time in either. Do you really think I can do it because I do it while I'm at work in the office? Peter, come on now. You're not that naive, are you? You think at the entire planet Earth, you don't think there are people that have the time to do this, or that aren't working, or doing it while they're supposed to be working, or that are home sitting in their mommy's basement? Really? Well, thank you very much for filling us in on that one. What if someone makes a video of you robbing a bank with AI? You can get into trouble.
I'm going to tell them that's not me. Prove it.
It works both ways. It can get you into trouble for doing or saying something you really didn't. But, it also can get guilty people off the hook. They could say that's AI.
It's not only that. Our jobs are starting to dwindle. Robin went to ShopRite the other day, okay? What was down the aisle? This big robot taking inventory.
Well, this robot
is taking inventory of all the products where a human used to do that. So eventually, none of us got to work while I'm retired, but none of you people out there have to work anymore. You can lounge and stuff like that and get paid for not working.
Yeah, I'm going to write that down too, because you're right about that. That's another thing. I just have notes when I make my video. There's going to be a video up on this channel. I'm going to do it. But then again, I might be doing it from the car, and if I do it from the car, I won't remember it.
If you ever went inside Amazon and seen how that company's run, they got robots all over the place. My niece and nephew, my other niece and nephew, be Linda's son's kids. They both work for Amazon. Okay, unbelievable how automated it is. They have these machines going around. Just like humans, they know where to go. They know what to do. Fascinating. Very fascinating.
You should do an AI of Danny at an Oasis gig.
I want Peter to do one of me playing with Oasis. I like percussions. I like to be a drummer rather than a guitar player. That would be cool. Hey, we're talking about guitars. My niece got a guitar for Christmas. My niece is an engineer. She's very talented.
Why are you telling me this? I'm not interested in your life story.
I thought you wasn't going to cut me off for 2026.
I didn't say that. I said I wasn't going to be yelling at you and stuff.
That's you.
I'm going to try.
Anyway.
And by the way, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep that resolution.
No, you're not going to.
Well, that's the only way you can get Danny at an Oasis gig. You'd have to be AI at it.
Man.
He's never going to spend the money because he's too cheap.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that. But the venue, those large stadiums there is very hard for me. Just like you think Times Square, you think those people that, first of all, they froze their ass off.
They're having a great time. I got to tell you. You can tell they're having a great time.
Let me tell you, besides that brisk wind, they froze their asses off. A lot of them stood up for like 10 hours, 9 hours, maybe longer, right?
You can see cameras don't lie. They're not going like this. They're not like they're sitting there having a great time. Look,
it was cold. Don't bullshit me. It was cold.
First mute of the new year. Well, you're ready. I think I muted you once already. Listen, you couldn't pay me enough. You couldn't pay me to go to stand there in the middle of nowhere without no bathroom access for 20 hours. You couldn't pay me that money. Anyway, this comment's been up here for a while, Eddie. But Danny's so oblivious to these things.
I didn't finish. A lot of those people wore diapers because
yes, I heard that. Yeah.
If you left your place, you never get back to where you were. So just think of all the people wearing diapers and pissing and shitting in their pants.
Yeah, that's probably. Well, you do it all the time, so.
No, I don't do that. Don't say that's gonna be turned into AI. Say what you just said. It's gonna be on a news clip. Danny shits in his pants.
Yeah. Can we get to this comment that's been up here for at least
it should be
a half now?
Actually, we chat more often. Now when you got Tim Allen and Tom on there and Joe, because usually Joe opens up. Well, guys, I really didn't watch anything this week. You know what I mean? But
let's get something straight. The movie show that I do on my other channel, Mr. Cinemeo, it's every Monday or a lot of Mondays, and I'm going to put the banner up here. Please join this channel if you don't. You see it below, Mr. Cinemeo. The channel is not about, look at all the movies I've watched this week. I've watched like 20 movies this week. That's not what the show is about, Danny. If you happen to have watched some movies, fine. It's talking with the people like we're doing here now. It's not just about all the movies we watched, Oh, I got to unmute the guy. Hold on.
Guy, you see how Joe just watch the show. Oh, Danny, you saved me. Oh, you saved me. Now you say. It's not about showing movies and shit like that. I came up there. If I explained every movie, that live chat will be 5 hours long. Bullshit.
You are. I love that you're the one that's unhinged today, and I'm not. I love it.
Now you have to pay me to come on. That's it. I made up my mind right now. I gotta pay for this Alice Cooper CD. You're gonna have to pay me to come on.
You are going all wrong on this. First of all, I meant what I said. I appreciated you because it turned out I was solo on that show, and Danny came up to help me on the show, and I told him I appreciated it, and I meant that I appreciate it, and I do want you to come up on a regular basis. So
I'm not coming up.
What the hell you're talking about? Where you claim that I don't want you there or something like that.
At the end,
he doesn't have the confidence in himself. He feels like he's outclassed. He told me that he feels outclassed because he can't talk about all these movies like Tom does and Tim. Yes.
At the end, Tim Allen goes, "Am I fired?"
Yeah. By the way, I never got to put this up here. If Alan's still here, thank you so much. Anybody, anytime you want to do this, anybody, it's welcome. Because you got to understand, all these things that I do, it costs money. It does. And also StreamYard that I use, it's like $50 a month just to have a streaming capability. Just so you know. So I appreciate some people giving back now and then. That's nice. It's not going to be a prerequisite of anything. All right. Let's see. Eric, I still didn't get your card yet. Your Christmas card is still waiting for me. I still haven't picked it up yet, but I'll get it next time I'm there.
Good morning. Good morning, Eric. Happy New Year.
Let's see. Are you guys fans of Pam Grier? She was hot. I've been watching some oldies recently. Foxy Brown, The Big Doll. Yes, I do like Pam Grier. Don't forget, Quentin Tarantino also used her in his movie Jackie Brown.
Yeah, I don't know her. I don't know who she is. Okay,
here we go. For Robert P.'s bridge problem, they made adjoining teeth shaved to glue bridge 2. After 6 years, while eating a sandwich, my bridge cracked in half and cracked the tooth it was glued to. Hey, there's nothing you can do with whoever the person was that did that for you. They got to do it for free. I saw Sinners. It was great. There's a YouTube channel in Turkey that that takes famous political commentators from both sides, make fake and false AI videos of them talking. They look real and get hundreds of thousands of views because we're our own worst enemies. Get the dogs out of the picture, buddy. Except for Shelby. Shelby's the only one. Baby's all right, too, I guess. Yeah, I'll go back to that. Shelby and Baby's all right.
Yeah, Lola's scratching me. She wants to be caressed.
No, you do that off on your own time, not on our time.
I can't help it. She wants to get behind me, but there's no room. I got two other dogs on the couch.
AI is getting better. I watched part of a video about the Beatles, and the narrator sounded like a human until he said 65 as 1,965. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know what to do here.
Robert P. dislikes his new mayor. A lot of people have diabetes these days. There's lots of people with missing feet or going blind. Well, that's good to know. It's very good to know. I like the Alice Cooper cover art. It looks just like a classic Universal movie poster. Right. There was somebody, by the way, who asked in the comments. You always like comments, Danny. That is I like the cover, I gotta say. I do like it.
There you go.
Listen, you always say when you're in a video or you're in a live stream, you like people to comment in the comment section. Well, people have commented. Somebody asked if you were into the old Universal horror movies, and you didn't see that.
Yes, that was Lemonhead, wasn't it? That was Lemonhead. Yeah. No, I am not.
Yeah. You prefer Muscle of Love or Welcome to My Nightmare? Get it over with.
Oh, well, I tell you what, that's a good one. Muscle of Love had the original Alice Cooper band, where Welcome to My Nightmare didn't. Okay. I would say I would take Muscle of Love.
And Joe, I know you like Joan Jett. What's your thoughts on Lita Ford solo? Lita Ford, sexy as hell for one thing, but the thing is, I really love them both. I like some Lita Ford. In the case of Lita Ford, I'll flash the old card. Yeah, no, I like it, but I have some Lita Ford albums, and when I do my series First Time Spins, I'll put some Lita Ford on so I can listen to it. How's that? But and Joan Jett, I keep saying this, during the Christmas time when I was driving home, back on the road, I put on a Joan Jett album, the I Love Rock and Roll album, and I gotta say, I still like Joan Jett, but I think it was the phase I was in at the time. I was 20 years old, 19, 20, or 20, and I was a lot younger, and I just think a lot of it strikes me kind of juvenile. I still like Joan Jett, but the songs are a little juvenile to me, a lot of them, I'm sorry to say. But I'm still a fan.
And Cherry Carter, you know already. Muscle Love is the last album with the original Alice Cooper band, and after that he had different lineup. But there's one song that Rachel loves from Muscle of Love is called Teenage Lament or Lament. I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce it, but on one chat she was singing that song. She loves that song, from Muscle of Love. It came in a corrugated box, and the bottom of the album, it looks like it got water damage. That was intentional. So if you see it out there and you're interested in buying it, it's not water damaged. It was intentionally made like that. You'd be surprised how intelligent I am.
I would be surprised. Let's see. I do know you know a lot of things though.
Yeah,
you know about a lot of things.
I'm a genius.
There should be something built into AI so that it would automatically include a watermark or a logo in part of the image. Well, I agree. You can't escape it. But just like they have things when you're driving your car that you can detect if there's a cop up ahead or it bypasses or speeding or whatever trap. They'll find ways around that. They'll find ways around the watermark. Believe it has to be severe punishment. I mean, 25 years in prison. No, It should be a hefty fine to start with. I don't really know any Metallica that I know of. That is, I mean, unless I hear a song and I say that's Metallica, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, I'm not crazy about it, but like Enter Sandman or let me see, there's a few other ones that I like, but I'm not really crazy about Metallica.
I know what you're saying here. I know what you're saying here. Exactly, Robert P. Yeah. Well, like I'm saying, I'm trying on this channel, I'm trying to throw a little bone to the transparent one a little bit. We'll see how that continues to go. What happened to Chucky, Danny?
Oh, Chucky's over here. I found Chucky. He disappeared for a while. I didn't know where he went, but I found him.
Hold on a minute, Eddie. I got to cut into him. Now let me get this straight. I said quite clearly you couldn't pay me enough. For me personally, it wouldn't be fun. You couldn't pay me enough to go in the freezing cold for hours and hours and hours on New Year's Eve without access to a restroom. You couldn't pay me to waste my time doing that. What I said was, it looks like the people there were having fun. They liked it. They were having a good time. So you got to get it straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and what about when those diapers got wet, when they pissed in their pants? You know what I mean?
Well, that's all right. It's the other you have to worry about. Pee is all right, but they turn to ice. They turn to ice when you pee in your pants.
In the cold weather, you can't drink alcohol because it doesn't warm you up. It actually makes you colder. It lowers your temperature in your body. Very dangerous to drink alcohol in extreme cold.
And this too, AI will destroy the arts and culture as well as more dangerous things like financial, mental health, etc. Hey, it's already affected me mentally. I'm like, I don't know what's real anymore. I don't really want to look. It's like I don't want to look at scrolling anymore on things on social media.
Scrolling and stuff like that is not the only thing in life. You got your families. Everybody got families. Enjoy your families. Never mind the computer. Shut the computer off.
You shut the computer.
Into the nearest garbage container, and get rid of it. Your problems are solved. You don't see no AI, IE, or none of that shit. You know what I mean?
I enjoy staying on to watch videos of people out there.
How I know.
To see videos of people that are out there that make videos. I also have to stay on because I'm always reading comments. I have to check my comments, and I got to respond and at least give a heart, let them know I read it. So I won't stay off completely, but
you don't watch the AI stuff. You stay away from that shit.
Well, that's different.
I'm not interested in everything that's on the internet. My life would 24/7 would be on the computer.
Felix Unger is the safety hall monitor, irritating the neighbors so much that when Oscar tells them that Felix was robbed, they all applaud. That was a funny episode. That's one of the best episodes. And I've heard that, I don't know how true it is, that John Lennon was present for that episode. Like he visited the studio the day they were making that episode. That's what I heard. Couldn't you put Danny in a hoodie and a tambourine singing Champagne Supernova?
I'm not crazy about that song. That was a big song for Oasis, but I'm not really crazy for that song. I'll listen to it. I won't skip it. But it's not my favorite.
Let me see where I'm at here. Well, that's the question. I said in my video about the Fest for Beatles fans, I said, true, that people say, oh, why don't they think of this guest? Why don't they think of that guest? I'm sure they've thought of all guests. It's just that maybe some of them can't make it or don't want to do it or command too much money or something. But I always thought some of the other guys from Double Fantasy, Earl Slick, I forget the names of them all. Wow. How bad am I? 11? 11? The guys who played on Double Fantasy, get them all. That's an idea. I'm sure they've thought of it, though. I always said like for example, somebody may say, well, what about Jim Keltner? He worked with all the Beatles. He played drums all the time on the solo album. Yeah, but you think that Mark Lapidus and his crowd never thought of, hey, how about Jim Keltner? Sure, they thought of it. They probably tried. Maybe he didn't want to do it. Joe English, from Wings. I heard that Joe English is kind of very religious now or something. He doesn't want nothing to do with the rock and roll days anymore. That's what I heard. But yeah, I think that some people would like to see that photo.
Yeah.
Somebody said how Paul wrote Eleanor Rigby because he'd seen the grave. That is nonsense. That the grave thing came after, I think. I'd always heard that he saw a shop sign that said Rigby on it. Danny always does this. Talks, doesn't care what the comments are. Yeah.
Yeah. That's for Joe to care about. I'm a co-host.
And then Eleanor Braun. I don't know. I mean, did he get the name Eleanor from Eleanor Braun? She's the actress that was in the movie Help. She's known for, you're all great in your own way on there. All the films you guys have, it's interesting always. Danny, go up regularly too if you can. I'm telling you, I'm just saying, you don't have to know all kinds of movies. You could sit there most of the time, and occasionally there'll be comments like this where they'll ask you a question or something. You don't have to know an encyclopedia of film to be up there. It's sad it took John's death for the true greatness of the Beatles to be appreciated. Well, that's not true. That might have been true for some people. Some people, depending when they were born, right? Depending on what age they were, they might have just discovered how great the Beatles were with John's death. But a lot of I already knew it. Older people already, first generation people already knew it. $1 Billion Babies for me, and Killer, my favorites.
Well, she was just asking me between Muscle of Love and Welcome to My Nightmare. But if I had to decide on $1 Billion Babies or Killer, I'd take Killer.
Let's see.
You ever hear that song, Elected? From $1 Billion Babies, he sings this song, Elected.
Me?
It's a cool song. You know what I mean?
If I heard it, maybe I'd hear it and say, "Oh, I recognize that song now."
Around election time.
Did you give up on Liliac? Yeah, I did. I mean, I was going around one day. Actually, they did a cover of a Joan Jett song, and they have a female lead vocalist. I think it was "I Hate Myself for Loving You," and it was really wow. I got to check them out again because the lead vocalist, the female, had really deep, satanic kind of voice. It was great, man. And I watched some of their stuff, Liliac, and then I went to buy their albums, and there were no albums available in the stores. You had to get them all online from their own company, and I'm like, I tried one. That was one rare time where I really appreciated, something new. Come on, Danny, I got this up here for you. Read it. Muscle of Love.
Yeah, I read it already. Yeah, there's a big difference, but it's really a clever album. Welcome to My Nightmare. Very clever. One I like the best.
Go ahead, finish your thought.
One of my favorites, From the Inside. That's when he was in an institution and he writes songs about the different people that were in with him, from the inside. And most of it was written by Bernie Taupin, Elton John's partner on that album there.
Okay, what Julian Lennon needs to do, I think he's getting better at it, is getting some mental help and getting over it. It's ridiculous, and John Lennon saw Julian a lot more than Julian remembers or admits, because there are photos before the AI days. There's not another thing you got to say of John with Julian many times and years.
Maybe you want to go back to him? Come
From
on,
63 all the way through like 79. Stuff there. But anyway, you got to get over it. He's not the only one that had a problem like that. In my case, my dad was kicked out we were divorced. My mother and father got divorced. My father didn't leave. My father was like told to get out, so to speak, from a divorce. And he always tried to get back together. In my case, he made several efforts to reunite with me. I didn't want to know. I didn't want to know. So I was happy not to be with him. In my case, that's just the way my life was. We're all different. Can we all agree Mayo has the #1 Beatles channel? No. You don't have to. You don't have to shill to me. Okay, it's a matter of opinion. Some people like my channel the best, and there's many other channels that are really fine Beatles channels out there. Let's be honest. So, but I don't shill for anyone. That is true. That's something we got to keep. That is true when it comes to getting free stuff. I think it was an unfortunate and disappointing move that the Lennons decided not to put the woman song on the album. I understand their thinking. I understand why they felt the need to cave in, but they shouldn't have, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I'll take Meat City over Move Over Mizell. Move Over Mizell has got a lot of nonsense lyrics, but it's a good rocker. Times Square probably smelled worse than the basement in the Terrifier film on New Year's Eve, probably. Taxi I like. It's funny because I have the complete series, Taxi comedy show, the complete series, and we got through a few seasons of, but we stopped. It always happens. Right now we're back to Frasier again. We're watching Frasier, which is a funny show, I think. All right, if you're going to talk about this kind of stuff, you're going to be axed out of here. None of this stuff about, I don't know, politics, racism, any of that kind of stuff. When you say House of Wax, if you're talking about the Vincent Price movie, it's a good one, for sure. Piccolina the cat, hello, Happy New Year. Danny's decided to go over and take a dump or something. Now he's probably over making love to his dogs or something like that, so he's not here. The transparent guy asked, Hotel California or Band of Gold? I love Band of Gold. Band of Gold every day of the week and twice on Sundays. I'll go with that. A viable guess would have been Astrid, dead now. Klaus. Well, Klaus Vorman was there already. I met him, a very nice guy. And, you got to remember, this is a good example. Astrid is gone. Klaus Vorman has been there, and he's been a great guest. Pete Best was there a couple of times, too. I missed him when he was there. But the thing is, I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but there's been some kind, don't take this 100% as fact, because I've only heard through the grapevine that there was some kind of problems, disagreements after that with Pete Best and the Fest people. So I don't know. Yeah, this thing here, they're getting rid of paper checks next. IRS no longer sending refund checks. Has to be direct deposit. Yeah, they can kiss my ass. Hold on a minute, Danny. All right, go ahead.
Well, that's a good thing you're not getting checks in the mail because they get stolen. Then you have to go through a lot of bullshit.
I'll tell you something, just as bad getting it online. Compromised.
Yeah, we're all compromised, especially on the show.
Well, you're mentally compromised, but that's another story.
Oh, Piccolina Cat, Happy New Year, good morning, wherever
you
missed
are. It. Stay here. You missed it.
I heard everything.
Anyway, another thing I got a notice from my pension from the job that said this year, for taxes, I'm not getting any more 1099 paper statement anymore. That pisses me off, okay? I just want to go in my mailbox, get the piece of paper, and bring it to my tax guy. That's what I want to do. I don't want to have to go and type it out, print it out. I don't have a printer. I got to go to Staples or mailboxes, etc. or one of these places to get my thing on or get on the phone and get out of here with that, man. I don't care. I'm proud to be old fashioned with a lot of things. I'm not old fashioned with everything. Look at the channel I do. This is modern. With any Eppies left. Come on, stop kissing my patootie, will you? Well, anyway, if you really mean that, that's nice. It is genuine. It is genuine, right, Danny?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I got a question for Robert P., but I don't know if he's still here.
Well, go ahead.
Well, if he's not here, I'm wasting time.
All right, well, let him know. Well, first, let's find out to see if he's still here. All right. Let me go. I'm trying to get. Death has nothing to do with greatness. There you go. I sold my LPs, sold millions of blue box sets after John's death. There you go.
Wow.
$1 Million Baby or Grease.
Iron's not good.
What was that?
$1 Million Baby or Grease.
Who commented that?
The transparent one.
I take Grease.
John in 1980 had found his Midas touch. Take a song like Losing You. He had found what he had lost since 1971, in my opinion. Joe and Danny are the Mick and Keith Richards, and the John and Paul, and sometimes Noel and Liam. Get out of here with Noel and Liam, man.
Two great Brits.
They knocked down the cavern. Their true greatness wasn't appreciated until John died. Yeah, not true. I had to delete all the YouTube channels that had all the AI crap. It was filling up my feed, especially the shorts. Click on the 3 dots at the bottom and hit "Do not recommend this channel." Much better now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Elected is great. Generation Landslide 2. All Cooper is great up to a point. The earlier stuff with the band is the best. From the inside is amazing. How you going to see me now? Great video and song.
Oh, when Alice Cooper does a ballad, he does a ballad. He does some great ballads. Only Women Bleed. You know, How You Gonna See Me Now. There's a few others. When he does a ballad, he does a great job. You know, I love Alice. I love 90% of his stuff. Some of the harder stuff like Constrictor and stuff like that. You know, you got to play it multiple times.
Hey, Constrictor is good because it's got 2 songs on it, at least 2 songs from Friday the 13th, 6. Jason Lives.
Yeah. He has some harder albums, you know. With
He's back, the man behind the mask, and he's out of control. He's back, and he walked.
Yeah, and Poison is a good song.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a great song. I'm a teenage Frankenstein, the local freak with the twisted mind. I'm a teenage Frankenstein.
There you go. Sure.
That's right. It's impossible to not hear Double Fantasy about the pain of John's murder. But had that not happened, I'm not sure Double Fantasy would be up with his best. Oh, I think so. I think Beautiful Boy is one of his best songs of all. I think Woman is one of his best songs of all. And I think Watching the Wheels is one of his best. So I think those 3 are classic Lennons.
All you got to do is look at the cover of the album, and you have that December 8th feel. You know,
it really is depressing.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
It was supposed to be an album about starting over again, trying to rekindle. It's not trying to really be a new story, and it wound up being just the opposite. The end. Transparent guy says, "Did you think the Dracula hypnotizing Van Helsing is laugh out loud? Is funny? I think it's great. I don't think it's funny at all. I think it's the best scene in the movie. Actually, original Dracula with Bela Lugosi." A photo popped up in my feed this morning of John, Julian, and May Pang. May Pang is exaggerating her importance in John Lennon's life, I believe. I've always said that.
Sure, she was trying to make money. That's the whole idea.
Okay, there's a thing with Julian where there's an interview with Young Jules where he names his favorite Beatles songs. I think he names a song they covered. He comes across great instead of the whining man-child he became. Who inducted Elvis into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I don't know. I'm trying to remember that now. It wasn't the Beatles. I heard that Julian is writing his memoir.
I tell you, he has good music out there. I like Julian. I got like 4 of his albums. I'm missing a few.
He's my favorite right now of music wise. Beatle Eddie is a very good Beatles channel. Beatle Eddie's promoting himself. Although you don't know it, JPM 1942 is Beatle Eddie. I really think you should. You said you don't know how to do it. I don't know how to explain it to you. You should really consider going into the handle thing and changing your name to Beatle Eddie, and then you could put JM 1942 with it if you like. Oh, come on. Look at all the positives. Come on, Martin. Come on. Stop buttering me up. I hate the show Mork and Mindy, so I'll pick Cheers, by the way. Piccolita the cat. Look at that. Thank you for a super sticker. I really appreciate that, folks. Anybody that wants to help out the channel and help out, especially the StreamYard costs, that really helps. StreamYard costs money. There you go. I agree with you on this one. I'm an Uber McCartney fan, but John Lennon was number one. I read an interview with Ringo where he discusses his alcoholism. Very interesting. Ringo was very forthcoming about what happened, about his alcoholism. In 1992, especially, he was really talking about it a lot. 89 and early 90s. And he told a story on about how what really opened his eyes was he got drunk and blacked out, but he beat his wife, beat Barbara up pretty good. And as a result of that, that's cleared his mind. He went into rehab and never looked back. Transparent guy asks, has Pete Best's life been a success or a nightmare? I think it started as a nightmare once the Beatles sacked him, but I think that he's very happy now and good for him. He's got, he's famous, but not too famous. He's got notoriety and he's got millions because of the anthology. So I think he's doing all right now.
Okay, Bubba, you can't. No room. I got 3 dogs trying to get by my side, and there's no room.
Danny is an absolute star in the VC. That looks like Baby.
That is Baby. Baby's trying to get under the blankie.
I can see because Baby's got a little baby face.
Yeah, that's Baby. He's trying to get on the other side of me, but I got Lola and Shelby. There's just no room.
Look at this. See what Martin's saying about you? You're an absolute
I thank him very much. Martin is a decent guy. He's changed a lot, which is good. I'm very proud, of him. And I wish everybody well over in England.
You know what Rachel says? What's our famous line?
There's no such thing as a bad boy.
There you go.
That's right. He's not a boy anymore. Martin is a man, a young man.
He's in his 40s, I think.
Well, he's a boy. No. He's a man. He's a man.
God might be just my favorite solo Beatles song.
And even the transparent
transparent guy.
Transparent one. I would call him his regular name, but okay. He's even calmed down a lot, which I'm
yeah.
And I want to say I'm sorry when I lost it. You know what I mean? I just, between my brother and my own dog biting me and stuff like that, I just got pissed off. I normally don't get like that. I'm an easygoing person. I don't
Itchy
hurt
bum.
nobody.
Itchy bum.
Uh,
Itchy bum.
He's funny, yeah. And I wish everybody well over across the pond. Spring Hill Jim, all those. Jim's a great drummer. I'm very proud of him.
Sometimes you're going to say that, man.
He's a great drummer. He should focus on drumming. Yeah.
John's solo work is just so moving in so many ways, so raw, so powerful and brilliant. A legend. I found out a lot of things about. I always say John's being forgotten. People don't like John; they only like Paul. I see a lot of times on social media it says, "Who do you prefer, John or Paul?" And most people prefer John. Like 60% or something, which is kind of surprising to me.
He's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I was talking to Robin. I got baby staring at me. He's on the floor. He's staring at me.
Go on.
He's gonna go in the other. He's slick. He goes in the other room. He starts barking.
Yeah,
the other two dogs jump off the couch, and then he comes back and he's all alongside me. That's how intelligent.
Why are you telling me this? I'm not interested in your life story.
Anyway, do you believe May Pang's story about Yoko telling her not to put Julian's phone call? I'm going to mute this family. Not to put Julian's phone calls through to John. I do believe that one instance. It doesn't mean anything. People blow things out of proportion. Maybe John wasn't at the particular time wanting to deal with that kind of thing. She was looking out for him. Because here's the thing. Pictures speak 1,000 words. There are photographs of Yoko with Julian and with John, the three of them together. Yoko, in many of the pictures, has her arm around Julian even. This business that she's trying to kick him out of John's life is utter nonsense. Now, the story that May Pang remembers, sure, maybe for whatever reason at that particular moment, that particular day, that particular time period, perhaps she didn't want John distracted right then and there, worrying about stuff with his son. Maybe. No big deal. People are blowing it completely out of proportion, and May also blowing it completely out of proportion. Here you go. All right. Just think of all the great music we would have had if he wasn't killed. Yeah, there's no, Eddie, there's no telling all the great stuff we would have had of John. Not just music, so many things. I'll take I'm Stepping Out over Warm and Beautiful. Itchy Bum. I love the Lennon Claypool Delirium. I think him and Les Claypool gel together well. So I've heard, although I haven't really I gotta say, the transparent guy made a funny remark. It's not funny. Violence is not funny, but he wrote Ringo beat Agent XXX. Now, the reason he mentions that is because Barbara Bach in the James Bond movie, The Spy Who Loved Me, played a Russian agent called XXX. It was a great name. All right. And it says Ringo beat XXX. Not funny. Not funny. The occurrence is not funny, but the comparison to James Bond is funny. Here you go. Danny, here's a question for Danny.
I heard of them, but I don't know any of their music at all.
Danny, love you, Danny.
I love you too, Richard James. Happy New Year.
This boy, It's Only Love. Some of my favorite Lennon vocal songs. I'll go along with both of those as well. Turning into a Beatles show, Danny. How do you like it?
It's okay. It's a good way for Martin to, vent his Beatles stuff. It's okay. I don't mind.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind my net worth being $4 million. That's fine with me.
Yeah. $4 million.
There you go. Well, that is it goes both. Look, it is a stupid Beatles opinion. Ringo was lucky. They were lucky to have him. Well, the thing about that is, Ringo was the greatest drummer in Liverpool at the time. He was a professional. John said he was a professional. We were amateurs. The thing is, so the Beatles were very lucky to get Ringo, but Ringo was also lucky too to have been invited into the Beatles. Look what had happened. So I don't mean Ringo was lucky in the sense that he had no talent. People say Ringo was lucky. What they mean is he was a lousy drummer and he wasn't talented, they say. And he was just luck that got him into the Beatles. That's not true. Ringo was very talented. They were lucky to have him. And by proxy, if that's the right term, he was also had good luck by getting in there. John C. Phillips. Boy, Cool Dude is really blowing up. Did you notice that Cool Dude was... I feel sorry for him. You know, in 2014, he lost like over 200 pounds.
John C. Robin is on the other side of the house. But I'll say hello for you. Happy New Year. Wish you well.
Do you ever sit and ponder the important questions in life, like does Ringo like the NFL? I don't know if Ringo likes the NFL or not, but I think he may. I don't know why I get that feeling.
Hey, are you ready for some football? Yes, it's Monday night. Let's go!
I got to tell you, that's the only thing, even remotely dealing with football, that I care about looking at.
Now, is it real or AI? You can't tell.
Well, this is before AI. See, that's the kind of thing these days. That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly a point. That's what I said. You're not going to even real things. You're going to think were phony. Nobody's going to know anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. My net worth is $4 million. It's close. Wow, my net worth is like $30,000.
Shit, that's good.
No, I don't know. I don't know how much stuff is in this room. Not much. I think you would like the Black Phone films, Joe, as well as Weapons. Yeah, I've heard of Weapons is very good. You got to get the pizza crust first clip. What?
I don't know what that means.
Ringo was the chosen one. Whatever that is, Triumph or whatever, sounds like ELP. Love that band. I have all their rap. They said there'd be snow. Hey, I like, ooh, what a lucky man he was. I like
Greg,
one or two songs.
Yeah, Greg Lake wrote that song when he was 18 years old and didn't know how to finish the song. So he got he got together with Keith Emerson, and at the end, if you notice, the synthesizer at the end of the song to finish the song. You know, I love Emerson like Palmer. I like prog music. You know what I mean? But you can't listen to everything. You know?
I did not watch Terrifier 3 over Christmas.
How can you watch Terrifier 3 around Christmas time?
Did you ever see it?
No, I haven't seen it.
You don't know what you're talking about.
It's a horror movie. It's gross.
It's all about Christmas, though. He's Christmas Santa. And stuff.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, but you know, you're gonna watch A Christmas Story or Home Alone. Home Alone.
So you're basically telling me that I should not watch Terrifier 3 or something gross like that on Christmas?
Yeah, you watch Black Christmas. You know, there's all the good stuff there. Killer Santa.
When I need advice from you, I will ask for it.
There's nothing like a killer Santa Claus, you know, in a film.
Well, how about Tales from the... when I say Tales from the Crypt, there's an episode about that, but it comes from the movie.
That's a creepy one. That's a creepy episode. I have Tales from the Crypt. I have the whole series.
But I'm trying to tell you that Tales from the Crypt, that episode comes from the movie Tales from the Crypt with Joan Collins.
Joan Collins, yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, Pete, that's funny because you talk about a guy just taking the money and running. Because Ringo says he's never had pizza in his life. Because he goes, you don't know what's in there. You know, you don't know what's in there.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe, but it's possible.
Yeah. Yeah, Terrifier 3 and Jingle All the Way. Schwarzenegger.
Two movies that go together well. Shit.
Well, this is a pretty fun show today. Notice I didn't even let you get to me today, Danny.
Yeah, well, I've been very quiet today.
Well, here's the thing. My nephew bought me a copy of Hereditary, and I've not watched it yet. And it's on my to-do pile.
Me and Robin watched it. I have it here. I have it here on Blu-ray. You know, I got it for $5. You know, it was okay, but I'm not crazy about supernatural entities and stuff like that. You know, I like the classic slasher movie. You know, not that ghosts and stuff like that. I'm not crazy about that stuff. You know.
You don't like zombie movies either.
No, I don't like zombie movies. They make fun of the dead. You know,
You don't make fun of the dead.
Yeah,
How do you make fun of the dead?
Well, you know, the usual zombie movie. The opening is the cemetery and maybe some fog in the cemetery, and then you see bodies come up out of the ground. You know, and they get up, and you know they're all rotted and stuff like that, and some are missing eyeballs, and then they're walking towards a village. They want to munch on some people and stuff like that. Their arms are falling off. You know, that's disrespect for the dead. You leave the people in the cemetery alone. You know what I mean? You don't make movies about
Yeah,
that.
that's disrespect to the dead. I just don't see it. They're fake, generic corpses. They're not anybody specific.
Yeah, but still, they make you think that the dead people will come out of the ground like that. You know, so it's disrespect. You know, and if I was president of the United States, I would ban all zombie movies.
Ban all zombie movies.
Yeah, all.
Get out of here, you. Anyway, zombie movies don't make fun of the dead. Happy New Year, George. Music for all four seasons. Are you getting ready for that Frank Sinatra Watertown review this year? Are you getting ready for it? Yeah.
The end of the year, the end of 2026.
Well, anyway, Transparent One said, "Are you going to visit England and see the Waxwork Museum from the House that Dripped Blood? If I ever went there, I would. Do I like the Helter Skelter outtake off Anthology 4? It's okay. It's not one of my favorite things on there. Has Danny got any concerts lined up? No. Come on.
Yeah, into it earlier. You know, Daryl Hall from Hall and Oates. He lives very close to me. You know, there's a show. There's a show on cable which is free. It's called Daryl's House, and that's where musicians come in. They like example. They had Tommy Shaw from Styx, Joe Walsh from the Eagles, and they do a jam. You know, whoever's the guest, they do their songs. You know, they don't do any Daryl Hall songs, their songs. You know, and the people are welcome there. It's $100 per ticket, and you can go to Daryl's house and watch that episode. You know, they have many different people go there to jam. You know, and my niece wants to get tickets for that, so I'm hoping. I like to do it when the weather gets warmer, you know. But if anything comes up at the Paramount, yeah, I'm willing to go. I'm in concert mode, you know. Even if they're impersonators, it doesn't matter. You know, it's still music, you know. And
well, you're lucky that I have a better attitude towards that since I just saw yesterday's song "Sung Blue" and loved it.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we're not going to see Barry. You know, right now he's being treated for lung cancer. You know,
Joe, when people enough with this with the lung cancer going on and on and on. Joe, when people rave about Liverpool and say you have to go, they are full of it. I've been many times. I wouldn't leave New York for Liverpool. Let me tell you that. Well, you got to understand something. I've been in New York my whole life, and I've never seen England. So to me, leaving New York and getting to see England wouldn't be a bad thing. But I don't really, you know, I can live my whole life and never go, and I'll be fine with it. You know, people say, "Oh, you don't know, you got to go, you got to go." If it happens, it happens. You know, you know. I saw a Meatloaf episode of Tales from the Crypt. He's a great actor. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. He was literally Meatloaf at the end of the episode.
Yeah, there was a movie that Meatloaf made. I don't remember the movie. He's a truck driver. Very, very good movie. You know.
I don't know the rest of this. Every time the Danny thing comes up, I think it's a bit. Oh, it's a bit. Like he's just doing a bit. Like you don't really
No,
believe.
no. I'm deadly serious. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? No, leave these people in the cemetery alone. You know, why they can have zombies come from the moon? Why from the cemetery on Earth? Nah, I don't picture my mother and father coming out of the ground like that, or rotted and stuff like that. That's the images in my brain. You know, my parents come out of the ground like that. Nah.
Oh, please stop it, Danny. If you were president, would you also ban eating veal?
Most definitely. Yeah. But
Would you ban eating chicken?
No, there's a difference. It's the fact that the way they're raised, calves, you know, nothing else.
Okay. Zombie movies, just like going to the Golden Corral and watching humans in action, it's just as offensive.
We had a Golden Corral, they closed it.
Daryl's House was a great show.
Yeah. Many episodes with different people, and really, the songs sound great. You know.
How was Song Blue? I thought it was very good. I'm going to do a review on my movie channel, Mr. Cinemayo. Subscribe to Mr. Cinemayo. Remember, join the Mayo trifecta. That's going to be another thing I'm going to put up here for a banner. Make sure you do the Mayo trilogy, the trio of channels. Me, Mr. Mayo, Mr. Cinemayo, and this one here, Mayo loves Mondays. Mayo hates Fridays. Okay? It's Friday, it's Saturday, and Sunday. Everybody's going to be out of work. Everybody's going to be home for school. Oh, that reminds me. This is, in some ways, is the best. Well, I hate winter, but January 2nd, which is today's date, is a lot of ways a great day because that's the day when it's all over, officially over, done, back to reality. Got to make a video of that too, whining about that, because no more Christmas music, no more talking about holidays, no more New Year's Eve. Woo, it's done. We're back. And another thing is the program schedules are back to normal. I'm tired of watching TV shows and like the news commentators and people you like to watch on the news. They're all replaced by substitutes because they're out on vacation. Now everything's normal again. January 2nd, we resume normal life. And there's a bunch of idiots out there. And if you're watching me, you know who you are, who will not take down their Christmas decorations. I got to go there. And I got to see decorations flashing and blinking. I know it. And there's some idiots that keep them up there at the end of January or February even. Christmas is over. About first should be legally. It should be legal that by January 2nd, all decorations are down.
They had a couple in New York. The first baby's born 2026. Like a minute or two after midnight. And I'm thinking, they show you the babies. You know, poor bastards. I'm thinking, you're born now? I mean, I tell you, by the time you get up there in age there, we're lucky we have planet Earth.
You know, people, I agree with this. I would have no interest in going into the cavern. The cavern is not the cavern. It's another new building across the street. The old cavern where the Beatles played is now a parking lot, or I believe, as they say in England, a car park. I mean,
a new cavern be kind of stupid and misled. Nothing happened there.
Danny, are you familiar with Talk Talk? The group Talk Talk.
Oh yeah. I know they're from England. I know Talk Talk. Sure. They do such a shame. That's a great video. He died. The lead singer. I felt very bad when the lead vocalist from.
Liverpool is fantastic. Just to stand on that pavement outside Mendips is so emotional. You got to watch it with this guy, Danny, when he starts getting into the death and who died and how they died and all this unhappy stuff. You got to stop being so unpleasant, Danny.
It's not unpleasant. It's just a history of the band. Yeah. It's a great band. I have multiple albums by Talk Talk. You know, very good. They're from England.
Danny, no one is bothering the dead at cemeteries.
No. I disagree. People, especially kids, they see that on TV. They think the people in the cemetery someday might come out of the ground like that. You know what I mean? No. I got my opinion. Yeah. Those movies should be banned. There's no need to see stuff like that.
When I need advice from you, I will ask for it.
Give me a good slasher, so they end up in the cemetery.
I'm over the holidays. Oh yeah, for sure.
No. I'm still. I want Christmas music and New Year's music.
Yeah, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
It's 12 days of Christmas, by the way.
As far as I'm concerned, the 12 days of Christmas is before Christmas. The 12 days leading up to it. That's what I think.
Happy Kwanzaa. It's Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah, get out of here. Liverpool is a dump these days. The old school Scouser is a dying breed. Crime and violence rates increase by the day, sadly. The world is finished. Look, I'm glad I'm going to be 64 this year. I don't want to be 14 or 24. Are you kidding? The world is downhill it's going. You know, who cares? Anyway, that's how I feel about it. I'll take the $6 million man over the Incredible Hulk.
No,
yeah, we know. He wrote KNOW instead of NO, or at least that's probably automated spelled thing, whatever.
People have to learn how to spell out there.
Look who's talking. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the $sign button. Contribute.
I can't believe all the people are watching. How very little likes there is. I don't understand. You know.
This is me too. I can't see the likes here. Well, you know, I want warm weather. I hate winter. You and me both.
Sucks.
Instead of let it snow, let it go. Yeah. It depends. You know, Paul McCartney will like whatever's popular to like and dislike whatever's popular to dislike. That's how he is.
Very good band.
That's not the song All You Do Is Talk, is it?
Yeah. That guy, I think his name was Mark. He passed away, the lead vocalist for Talk. I like that guy. I thought that guy was pretty cool, you know. And they made some good albums. I think Eden was another album they made. There's a few, but I can't remember the titles. But I like them very much. You know, it's a good band.
Danny, you like the band Riot?
I heard of them, but I don't know who they are. Happy New Year, Ivan.
Isn't it Yvonne?
Yeah, Yvonne. Yeah, Yvonne. Nobody knows how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, get another name, will you?
Yeah, this guy's from Norway. Very nice. I seen you the other day on Rachel's. You know, you were on holiday. You were I don't know where you were. I don't know if you were in Paris. Where the hell you were? But it was nice seeing you.
Speaking of Rachel, I love that introduction. I want to be where the boys are. It's the song's down in my head. And she's walking and she goes like this to the kid, the young guy, and he's like, goes like that.
And you can see how much weight she lost too. Now she's getting healthier. It's not so much, you know, even though she was very, very heavy, it doesn't matter, you know. Now she's getting healthy, you know, by taking that weight off.
Danny, do you like the band? The band?
Yeah, I like what's his face there. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. It'll come to my head. Robbie Robinson. Robbie Robinson. That guy, even solo, that guy wrote some good shit. Good music.
Transparent Guy says, please, no Beatles in 2026. We got to think about that.
I agree. Yo, I agree with you, Invisible One.
Listen, if there's no Beatles, you're out of business.
No, you got Oasis.
I got rid of that Oasis clip.
I know you did. Yeah, that's all right.
I know everybody says break it, but life is short, man. It is short, man. It's not enough time to see everything. It just isn't. You got to make decisions what you're going to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know, Danny. What can I tell you?
Yeah. What are you going to do?
How am I doing with my lukewarm tea? Let's see. It's cold now.
How sweet it is.
Yeah. I was going to put a clip of that. Yeah, how sweet it is. You know, it turns out when you see Jackie Gleason say that on the Jackie Gleason show, he's not talking about his coffee or booze. Talk about the audience, how sweet it is.
Yeah. How come, Joe? How come you don't have an intro?
Oh, you know, it's a funny thing about that too. I was thinking about that, and then they have these channels on here that help you decide what's good to get a successful channel, how to tweak things. And they say a lot of times people sign off if you have an introduction. People, like I was going to do a countdown. I was going to, before the show, every live show, 30, 29.
Nah, I don't like that shit. That takes too much time. That's a waste. Yeah, some people do that. No, that's not good. That's played out.
There you go. Those are true words. The Beatles community unites.
Yeah.
2026. The return of wig-wearing woodland goblin. Wig-wearing Woody. I don't know.
I don't know,
man.
It's been a long time.
Went home.
It's got to be over a year he hasn't been on.
Hey, I'll forgive him. If you want to come back, Woody, the real Woody, Woodland Goblin, I'll forgive you for running out of here like a baby. I will. He didn't like it because I had Jen on here, and he was like, I'm done. Get out. And that was it. Well, tough. 81 days until baseball season. Well, that's the best time of year, baseball season.
Yeah, not because of baseball, because of the weather. Don't let him fool you.
Eddie says I skipped those countdowns on playbacks. There you go. Good for you.
Wait a minute.
I'm guessing we're going to get Rubber Soul Deluxe set this year. I'm just guessing. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I think it will be way before November of this year. Way before.
Yeah, how do you know? You're not a Beatles guy.
Because it's only normal because they're gonna keep putting shit out. You know what I mean? It's never gonna end.
You think the song "Dedicated Follower of Fashion" sums up the '60s? It's hard to say. I don't think that. I wouldn't say that song sums up the '60s.
60s.
It's a good. When I think of it. Yeah, I hope Woodland is well. Danny often says, I think that Woodland, you never know, he could be dead or something like that. I'm like, come on.
Nobody knows.
No, nobody does know, but I know why he left.
You hear like much later on, they were talking Rachel too. A couple people come up, Rachel didn't know, passed on. You never know. Just because he's young doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. The new one's worth watching. It's shorter and tighter. It works. A new Sade album this year?
She's sexy. She got a great voice, too.
Smooth operator.
Yeah. That's what she's known for. Good song.
I think she's doing pretty good. I think she had something going on with her throat or something recently or something. I'm not sure. But, yeah, well, She's still around.
Yeah, she's been on Cycles Platters, not too much, but she does her own thing. She makes her videos and stuff like that.
Oh man, gotta do my walking. Gotta go to the mall, do a walk, and then enjoy like a bowl of tuna or something like that with no carbs. Back to that again, New Year. Boy, it's getting quiet around here, but still I got a little bit of time. Another 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, it is getting quiet.
Well, it just started. Well, yesterday, I would say the first day of the year, I definitely cut back, but it still was a holiday, and we had some stuff to finish up from the night before for New Year's Eve. So, it wasn't perfect the first day, but today's the real start. It was better. Yeah, I met Linda Blair a few times this year. I met her a couple of times too. She's very nasty. One time I met her at the Regis and Kathy Lee show, Regis Philbin, and she was outside going to her car, and I said, "Can I have your autograph, Linda?" And she says, she grabbed his number and just here, and she like let the marker fall on the ground on the way into the car, But I met her at a convention, and she was nicer at the convention. Yeah, this thing, she's another one. She's like in love with animals way too much. She talks about his dogs and stuff like that. Yeah. She hates talking about The Exorcist. Let me tell you something, babe. That's the only thing you're known for, okay? And even though you did other movies like Savage Streets and Roller Boogie and Born Innocent and stuff like that, yeah, you better be thankful for The Exorcist.
Sarah T. Remember Sarah T., A Portrait of a Teenage Alcoholic?
Sure.
That's a good movie. She played a good part in that movie. She plays an alcoholic, a teenage alcoholic.
Do you think Paul will tour New York area this year? I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'd just be guessing, but I would think there's a chance if his new album's coming out this year. When you walk in the mall, Joe, are you tempted to buy food or something else? No, never. That doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. What are you laughing at?
I don't know. It's just funny. No, when he gets outside the mall, he's tempted to buy food. Oh shit!
She's very nasty. Now, if you don't pay her, Linda Blair, we're talking about, she ain't signing free on the street anymore. Screw her.
I don't blame her. Make as much money as you can.
Can I tell you something about Linda Blair? She used to be cute when she was younger. Then she got old. She was hot. And let me tell you something. Now she looks like Pazuzu, the demon of The Exorcist. Now she looks like the devil.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Yeah. That's what happens. Who knows what's going on in their life? You know what I mean? Those people want privacy. They want to be left alone.
Please get out of here with that privacy. You want privacy? Don't be a star. That's it. It goes with the territory. Who's got the right idea? People like Keith Richards got the right idea. That guy's really cool whenever he sees meets the fans.
Yeah, he's different. Yeah.
Well, that's the way they all should all be. That's the way I would be. Hey, anybody ever sees Joe Mayo out there? You say, "Hey, Mr. Mayo, can I get a picture with you? Can I say hi?" Sure.
Oh yeah, sure. Better watch out.
Yeah. This is his mind again. There's his mind. That's where his mind's at.
They don't want your autograph. Not yet. Soon.
Especially, I'm also open to groupies if you want.
Oh yeah, sure.
So
You a group of dogs, Chihuahuas. Danny Cooper. I don't know Danny Cooper. These new actors today. I don't know a lot of these new actors today. They could be very famous. I have no clue who they are. And
I'll tell you who else was very nice that I met. Sarah Jessica Parker. What a sweetheart she was. Very nice. I saw her, and I met her before she got really big with that show, Sex and the City. I met her before that. She was so nice, and that's the way you should be. I'm sorry. I understand you want your privacy too, but then you could do like me. You could be a mailman. Okay, be a mailman. Nobody will bother you. You know, nobody wants to know who you are. Be like Danny. Like, just don't work. Sit on the couch all day.
Best to be an unknown. Best thing.
Yeah,
when you're super rich, you have to worry about stalkers, and stuff like that. There's a lot of things to worry about.
Yeah, maybe that'll happen. If he comes this year, you better make it a goal to get to where I am.
I told you have to lose 50 pounds.
Get out of here! That's gonna happen anyway. But the part of the matter is,
we'll see.
That's no excuse. I'm surprised Danny didn't think of this because he's always Mr. Negative.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't think of that with Tim.
85.
Yeah, we're coming to the end of our show, folks. So let's get some more comments in here. Another 5 minutes or so, something like that. I got to get back to doing my exercises with my neck because I'm getting doing better with that.
What kind of shirt you wearing? I just see sickle. Oh no, it's a hat.
It's a freaking, what do you call it? The Grim Reaper.
Oh yeah, is that a sickle? That's a sickle, right?
Sure.
Yep. Morning. You have to be sorry you just tuned in.
Morning, Billy. Jerry Lewis is a scumbag. Was a scumbag. Okay, that's how I think of him.
When the weather gets nice, we're gonna go down. I got all new parts of my car.
He said that if I lose 50 pounds, he'll eat veal. Right? You said that. Are you gonna go back on it?
Well, I gotta retract on that, maybe somehow. But you should lose 50 pounds easy.
I'm gonna do that anyway. The question is whether or not you're gonna eat veal. That's the question.
June, you got 6 months to lose 50.
The King of Comedy is a great, great movie. My favorite thing with Jerry Lewis in it, and the clown who cried. He plays I saw the clown who cried. It's about they got about a half an hour of it. Anyway, I think I got to end this. As much as I'd like to keep talking. All right, folks, this is it because we're not going to be doing this again for another week, right, Danny? You think we're going to do any in between? I don't know.
Well, I'm setting up my new computer. I got a new computer. Well, I had it for ages, but we took it out of the box today. Robert got the same one. I'm going to switch.
Is that the one that we always said? Why don't you take the computer out of the box?
Yeah, it's out of the box. It's being charged. Robin's going to set it up for me. So for the next show, I have a new computer.
What's the drive time between us?
Maybe 2 hours and 20 minutes. Depends what part.
That's nothing, man.
No, it's not. It's nothing.
Funny, when you meet Larry David, he's Larry David in person, like the show, arrogant, nasty, and sarcastic. He seems to be a kind of a jerk, even though I do like Curb Your Enthusiasm. All right, everybody. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to say again, subscribe to this channel if you're not already. Subscribe to my other channels, Mr. Cinemayo for movies, Mean Mr. Mayo for Beatles and music content. And you never know. We never know what's going to be on any channel. If you like rant videos, if you like hearing me complain, I got a lot of things to rant about. We're doing an AI rant. The rants are now mostly moved here to this channel, Mayo Loves Mondays. So you really have to kind of be subscribed to all three. You just have to, because you never know when you're going to meet some fun stuff. You might have a video here where Danny takes off his clothes one day or something. You don't know what channel that's going to be on. So if you want to see that, you should really try it out. You're the best. So let's sign off with Godzilla because he said you're the best. So I got to give him a little treat. There you go. There you go.
Eddie, I live next to Bethel. That's not far away from me where you had the original Woodstock concert. It's right down the road.